Chapter 12. Love Rival. Thank goodness for that sheepskin illustrated book. Lin Nuannuan had found records of spotted spiders in the book and knew that their blood was highly toxic. Only the spot spider detox herb could detoxify the poison in their blood. She found the herb in the forest according to the illustration of it as shown in the book. After helping Shuang Yun treat his wound, Lin Nuannuan was extremely tired. She had run a long way in the forest to find the herb, and because she was weak to begin with, she was out of breath now. If she hadn't been trying to save someone, she would have just given up. Lin Nuannuan sat on the ground and raised her hand to wipe the sweat off her face. You saved my life, and I saved yours this time. We're really even. The spot spider detox herb was useful, and it didn't take long for Shuang Yun's claws to turn a silver white again. He finally woke up. When Shuang Yun opened his eyes, there was a moment of confusion. It was only when he saw Lin Nuannuan's bright eyes that he gradually recalled what had happened before he fainted. I'm not dead. How unexpected. Lin Nuannuan extended 2 fingers and waved them in front of his eyes. Tell me quickly. What number is this? He asked weakly. Did you save me? That's right. The way he looked at her became extremely complicated. He thought she had run off and just left him. But not only did she return, she even saved his life. She really was nothing like those selfish, cold-blooded females. He lowered his dark green eyes and whispered, Thank you. What did you say? Your voice is too soft. I can't hear it clearly. Lin Nuannuan rubbed her ears exaggeratedly. The tips of Shuang Yun's ears turned slightly red. I said, You're an idiot. Lin Nuannuan was not to be outdone. You were saved by an idiot just now. This means that you're stupider than a fool. I didn't beg you to save me. Lin Nuannuan was so angry that she fell backward. I shouldn't have saved you. Bai Di finally returned. He had also brought a few wolves to help bring back the wood. He did not expect to encounter Shuang Yun here. Lin Nuannuan explained what had happened. If Shuang Yun hadn't been there, his little female would have been eaten by the spider. He said solemnly to Shuang Yun, Thank you for saving my mate. I'll remember this favor. In the future, as long as you need my help, I'll definitely do my best. But Shuang Yun was a little unhappy. It was because he could tell that although Bai Di was grateful to him, he was also secretly warning him that he shouldn't even think about hitting on Lin Nuannuan. Bai Di was much sharper than Lin Nuannuan. The moment he saw Shuang Yun, he could tell that the wolf had ill intentions toward his little female. Out of selfishness, he did not tell Lin Nuannuan about it and allowed Lin Nuannuan's misunderstanding of Shuang Yun to deepen. Love rivals had to be dealt with as soon as possible. The wolves that Bai Di had brought were staring at Lin Nuannuan. She was wearing an animal hide dress, and her curvaceous body, as well as fair and cute appearance, made their hearts race. Bai Di seemed to have expected this to happen, so the beasts he invited to help were all married males who had already found a female mate. A male could only have one female mate in his life. Although these males were stunned by Lin Nuannuan's appearance, they were not like those unmarried males. They only took a few more glances at the beautiful female before looking away and helping to move the planks of wood. The poison in Shuang Yun had been fully removed. He thanked the others for their help and followed the group back to the wolf tribe. Lin Nuannuan slowly began to make furniture. Unfortunately, there were no nails. If she wanted to hold the plank in place, she would have to rely on a type of particularly sticky resin. After 2 whole days, she finally made cabinets, tables, and chairs. She'd wanted to make a wooden bed, but there wasn't enough resin. Hence, she could only ask Bai Di to build one out of a slab of stone. Lin Nuannuan laid the animal skin on the bed and sewed 2 pillows with needles and animal hides. She went nearby to pick some wildflowers and arranged them in a wooden vase that was later placed on the table. This place finally looked like home. The system notification sounded. Congratulations, host, for completing one of the quests. The reward is now being issued. Please remember to accept it. A spatula and iron pot appeared out of thin air in front of Lin Nuannuan. Her eyes were filled with joy. With the spatula and pot, she could cook. This reward was awesome. Lin Nuannuan happily went to Bai Di with the spatula. We can eat stir-fried dishes tonight. Bai Di had never seen an iron pot before. He tapped it and was surprised to hear a clear ringing sound. What is it made of? It's made of iron. Lin Nuannuan roughly introduced to him the things that iron could do. Bai Di was listening intently while making a mental note of her words in case he ever saw an iron mine and didn't recognize it. They set up a stove with rocks. Because there was no seasoning, Lin Nuannuan could not prepare stir-fried dishes for the time being. She could only cook a pot of meat soup. The rich fragrance of meat filled the air. making one salivate. Lin Nuannuan filled a wooden bowl with meat soup and prepared to give it to Xuangyun, who lived next door. As annoying as the guy was, he saved her life and he lived next door. It was better to be acquainted with him. She didn't want to strain their relationship. Baidi didn't want his little female to have too much contact with other males, especially if that male harbored some inappropriate intentions for her. He took the initiative and suggested to her, "Give me the soup, I'll bring it to him." Lin Nuannuan thought about it. Xuangyun hated females. If she went, she would definitely be mocked by him again. So, she handed him the soup with, "Alacrity one. I'll have to trouble you then." He carried the soup out of the cave. The caves where the beasts lived had no doors. Some of the more particular beasts would hang a piece of animal hide at the entrance to block the view. There was a piece of animal hide hanging at Xuangyun's doorway. Baidi stood there and called Xuangyun's name. Xuangyun lifted the animal hide and frowned. "What?" Baidi said. "It's home-cooked meat soup. I brought it over for you to try." Xuangyun glanced at the bowl of soup and asked nonchalantly, "Did she ask you to deliver it?" Baidi smiled but said nothing. Xuangyun took the broth and turned to go back inside. When Baidi returned home, Lin Nuannuan had already served the soup on the table. "Come and eat," she said excitedly. Baidi sat down beside her and took a sip of his soup. "It's delicious," he said with genuine praise. "Then you should have more. There's still a lot in the pot." He couldn't help but smile back at her lovely smile, his handsome features blooming with a tenderness that was intoxicating. Lin Nuannuan couldn't help but sigh. "You're so good-looking." He kissed the corner of her mouth. "I'm glad you think so." Lin Nuannuan's face instantly turned red. She started drinking her soup while trying to suppress her racing heart.